Welcome back to my channel. It's Masterpiece59 here, bringing you a WWE Friday Night Smackdown review. So make sure you drop down on any thoughts that you have, any hot takes you might have, and make sure, of course, you like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get to it. We'd open up the show with Cody Rhodes coming out looking for Randy Orton. He would tell him to come out, and Randy didn't end up coming out. But he would say, he supposed Punk didn't know about this. Then out would come CM Punk. He would say he didn't know about this, but he's not as mad as Cody. But if he wants, they could go find Randy Orton together and beat him up. And Cody would decline, and he would say that you had the ring now, and he would leave. And then CM Punk would just tell him whenever, just to say when. Let me know your thoughts on that down below. Then out would come Kevin Owens. He would stare at him, and Cody would stare down. Cody would give him a mic, and Cody would come to the ring. Then Kevin Owens would come to the ring, and him and CM Punk would have a heated conversation. KO would say, not surprised he's looking past him. So just telling Cody just to say when, and he's the same arrogant self that he always knew he was. CM Punk would say how that's what got him over, and how that's why they chant his name. And he said for 10 years they chanted for him to come back. Nobody, does he really think that somebody was holding their breath waiting for KO to return? Overall, they just have a heated discussion. Then Kevin Owens ended up pushing CM Punk, but they didn't really get able to get into it before it was broken up. I'm already way more excited for this than Cody and Punk was. This is a better promo. It's better than everything they did with that besides a match. Let me know your thoughts on that down below. Next, as Charlotte Flair would get interviewed by Kathy Kelly, she would say she's fighting for Lexi, and how Jade is really the woman that she said she is. She had come alone. Let me know your thoughts on this down below. Next, before Trick Williams goes out for his match, he would say how he's gonna do this for Yachty, do this for him, and do this for the United States Championship, and he's gonna beat Baron Corbin and become the U.S. champion again. Let me know your thoughts on this down below. Next, we have Trick Williams versus Baron Corbin for the United States Championship. Match was a pretty solid match. Baron Corbin will end up picking up the win once again using the title. I wasn't sure if he was going to retain. I thought Trick was going to win it back when Corbin still came out with the furry title belt. I hope he gets rid of it. I don't think that fits him. Let me know your thoughts on this down below. Next, we see Sami Zayn backstage with Nick Aldis saying how he screwed him by adding Gunther and Kevin Owens. Then here would come Kevin Owens, and he would say how if he was in the same position, that Sami would have did the same thing. And he will also acknowledge that cost him Sami the opportunity. They would agree, and Sami would say, "Don't think that him's gonna stop him from getting what he wants just because he wants the same thing." Let me know your thoughts on this down below. Then we'll come back, and Baron Corbin was interviewed by Kathy Kelly. She would ask him, "How does he feel about the two upsets over Trick Williams?" He would say it wasn't an upset. He said he was going to get that title, and he got the title. Then he would say nobody could take it off of him. Then here he would get attacked by Melo, and Melo would say that he has a United States Championship match next week. I hope Melo wins. I prefer Melo as the champion than Baron Corbin anyway. I think it should have been him at SummerSlam. Let me know your thoughts on this down below. Next, Chelsea Green would come out to celebrate her title win. She would thank the fans. She would thank, and then she would call out Tiffany to thank her. And then Tiffy, then they would say their friendship is stronger and stuff. And then here would come Fatal Influence to interrupt them and say how JC would have been in a ladder match if it wasn't for Tiffany Stratton, and that she wants a United States Championship shot. And Tiffy would say she would give her a shot if she gives them a tag team title match, and then they would accept. Let me know your thoughts on this down below. Next, we have Tiffany Stratton and Chelsea Green versus Fatal Influence of Fallon Henley and Laney Reed for the Women's Tag Team Championships. Match is a pretty solid match. Of course, JC Jane got involved. She would cost them the match, and the Fatal Influence are still our tag team champions. After the match, Tiffany and Chelsea would get attacked by Nia Jax and Lash Legend, and then Nia Jax would stand tall over Chelsea with her title. I don't want her to be the champion. Let me know your thoughts on this down below. Next, Damian Priest was getting interviewed by Kathy Kelly, and he would say they're not scared of them, and they beat MFT already, and they think they're more dangerous just because they got Haku. And then the War Raiders was saying now, come and say now he's angry when they've been hunting them down for weeks. And then R-Truth would say so they supposed to be scared of them, and then he was to not say that it's a triple threat tag team match between them, MFT, and the War Raiders next week, but not the Triple A Tag Team Championships. Let me know your thoughts on this down below. Next, we have Randy Orton come out to cut a promo, but before he could say anything, here would come Cody Rhodes ready to fight, but Randy would roll out the ring. He would say, and then Cody would say he owes him an explanation. Randy would say he doesn't owe him anything. He gave him permission to be the best version of himself, and that's who he was. And he said he realized he has to be the worst version of himself to win the championship, and to that as long as he breathes, Cody Rhodes will never be the champion again. He said he doesn't care who it is. He will beat them, and he will take number 15, but not from Cody Rhodes. Cody would say he could be the worst version of himself, too. He doesn't have to be the good guy anymore. He could turn to the dark side. Let me know your thoughts on this. He would say, and then he would say, Randy, you're the last legend left. Who's going to kill you? Let me know your thoughts on that down below. Next, Sami Zayn was talking backstage with Johnny, who was just laying there, and Candice. He would say how he is jealous of of KO, because he used to tell CM Punk to his face he's a fraud, and then CM Punk would come, and then he would tell him he's a fraud, and he has a broken bone apparently, but if he didn't, he would break his face. CM Punk would tell him to get to the back of the line. He'd give Candice the title shot before he gives Sammy the title shot. Let me know your thoughts on this down below. And the main event, we have Jade Cargill versus Charlotte Flair. A huge match, by the way. The match was pretty much one-on-one for the most part. It was an okay match. I didn't really enjoy it. But then the baddies would, of course, get involved. And here would come Alexa Bliss, and she would have the lights go dark. And then a debuting Tatum Paxley would take them out. And Charlotte Flair ended up picking up the win. Let me know your thoughts on this down below. I'm so happy for Tatum Paxley. She is such a special wrestler. She has it all. She could be such a star on the main roster. And her and Alexa Bliss, that's a great combo together. Let me know your thoughts on this down below. Overall, I thought Smackdown was a pretty great episode this week. I'll give it like an 8 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts down below. Till next time, like, comment, and subscribe.